I'm using YouTube Shorts, but they're not as successful as I would hope they would be. I'm not saying that they're failing. They're just not getting more than 450 views. And I know that the 450 view mark is the indicator as to whether or not it's a decent video, because they'll show it to enough people to hit that 450 mark. Now, that has increased the view time, that everything on my channel. It's just not exploding or getting as big or doing as much as I would hope that it will. Welcome to another episode of Grow an Online Business. My name is Aaron Gerald. We are focusing this season on the YouTube channel that I'm trying to grow and figuring out what I can do to make it better. And so some of the things we've been trying, I think if you've been paying attention or listening to any of the last episodes, you know that the recent adjustment or recent shift on what we've been doing on the channel is we're shifting it from romantic relationship videos and kind of transitioning more into simple communication videos. So using the skill set that you would use to build a romantic relationship, to build relationships online, and to build all relationships. So right now I'm focusing on how to create content, how to use the skills that you're using in personal relationships with those that you would use online. It's a little bit difficult to get those to transition or to play over. And so making the videos has been a little bit tougher. I have discovered that it is difficult to put my personality into the videos when I'm trying to do an explainer video and explain a concept. I really am focusing so hard on the concept as well as the things that I've been told I need to do from my directioner. Again, a description or a name we coined in the last season. The person who's helping me with my YouTube channel is this season. I'm trying to focus on the fundamental things needed to make videos good. And my God, I tell you what, there's so many things going on in my head all at once that is extraordinarily difficult to get the things that I want to come out in the way that I want them to come out. And realistically, it is exhausting and not near as much fun as I was hoping it was going to be. I honestly thought I would get on here, get to share my personality, share who I am, do the things I love doing, simply record them, make them into great videos, post them, and get tons of views. And I'm discovering that that is just simply not the case. And so I'm hoping that this season, there's a little bit of a transition into doing the videos that I want to do more of. And if you've watched my last video, if you haven't, check it out. I really, really enjoyed the intro footage where I show myself packing up the bag, and I used a bunch of different camera angles and getting into the car, driving the car. I've got cameras on the inside, the outside of the car. I really had a lot of fun making that. But I got to tell you, that first little 8-10 seconds of the video took so much filming. Every single thing I did, I had to do it like 10 times. So like walking to the car, I had to walk to the car the same way with every single camera angle so that I could cut from one camera to the next camera, to the next camera, to the next camera. And I had no idea. I lost tons of respect to the people that are doing it on a consistent, ongoing basis, like on a consistent, regular basis. Holy smoke, man, my hat's off to you. That is a lot of work, and I'm sure it's going to get easier and I'll get better at it. But I can say that it is more work than I had anticipated, but my gosh, the final result is amazing. I simply love it. And I know I'm not great at it yet. I get that. I don't have all the best equipment. I don't have the most experience. And I know I'm coming into this a little bit late, right? I'm not in my 20s. I'm coming into this a little bit later than most, but I can say that I am having a blast doing it. So I think my newer videos this season, and I know it's not a season on YouTube necessarily, but where my channels are going to be transitioning to is more of the vlog style videos where I'm shooting myself doing something and then also explaining what I'm going to explain. So I think I'm going to add that in as kind of a way to fold over the two things that I love doing. Number one, I'm going to start shooting what I like to do. Number two, I'm going to still talk about the things that are important, but I'm going to do it in a way that's much more relaxed because I'm kind of tired of just doing talking head teaching videos. It's getting a little bit monotonous, a little bit boring. And I can tell you that even when I have to go back in and watch the final cut edited videos, like, man, is this thing ready to post? I watch it and I think, my God, I would never finish watching this. This is not that good of a video. The information is great, but I already know the information before I'm watching it. So there's really no pull to continue watching it. I'm hoping that when people watch those, they have an interest in the content and they go, oh, I want to listen to the rest of this. It's just not shot or filmed or presented in a way, I think, that fully showcases or emphasizes the attention of the viewer. And so that's what I'm going to be working on this season. I hope I get better at it, and time will tell, right? I realize that too, when I'm making the videos, sometimes I come across a little bit stiff, or I find myself yelling into the microphone a lot, just because I start to get excited and impassioned about this stuff. But I'm also trying to stay on point, on focus, on script, with the way I kind of written it. Now, I know I don't really write scripts per se. I mostly make bullet points because I want to stay on track. But as I start to slip and get off track, I know it's me trying to shoot it all in a one-shot video, because when I was doing my own editing, I found that it was much, much easier to just shoot it in one take and then post it, because I don't have the energy, the time, or the know-how to go in and clip and edit a whole bunch of videos together to make them seem seamless and make it look like that it's professionally done. I intend to get better at that. That's what I'm going to be working on this next season, shall we call it, on YouTube and in the podcast. So I'm going to be trying to explain what I'm doing in real time as I document the process of me trying to make my channel a little bit more personal, and showcase myself and my personality just a touch more than I have been. I know too that when I first got started on the channel, I tried to water myself down, really neutralize myself so that I wasn't polarizing, so that I get my personality is such, my sense of humor is one that not everybody gets and not everybody likes. And I was trying to water myself down so that I didn't offend anybody. And I realized even in doing that, I offended the people that actually like my personality and my sense of humor. So I'm just going to lean into it and see what happens. People are either going to like me or not like me. I get that I'm not everyone's cup of tea. And I say that almost tongue in cheek right now. I used to say it just kind of because it was a saying that people said. But this last weekend, we were in Kansas City and we went to a tea shop, and oh my God, there's so many different kinds of teas. We ended up buying 3 or 4 different brands, not brands, but mixtures of flavors. So we ended up getting a lemon ginger something else, the peach or something that I would have never thought to get. We got a peach blackberry cobbler flavor and a black tea with Earl Grey and something else mixed in. Holy smokes, all 3 of those are phenomenal. I know I wouldn't have guessed that they would be because they smelled amazing, but I thought, how's it going to make it a tea? But I realized too that even though they're really good, they're not good for everything at all the time. I'm not going to want to sit down and, drink a cup of hot tea that tastes like a cobbler. But that mixed with a little bit of lemonade made an amazing Arnold Palmer. It was a cold drink, so it was different. So I think really, I get that my personality is such that you're going to either like me or you're not, but maybe not all of the time, right? Don't watch me in front of your kids, or do. I don't know. I don't know your family. I don't know how you guys do things. But this season is going to get exciting. I'm going to double down on me, and you're going to get to see a little bit more of it. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you enjoy what you're hearing and seeing, both on YouTube and the podcast. But what I can say is it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more energy, and it's going to be a lot more fun. So stick around, and thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Until next time, have a great time.